Picture this, a cinematic masterpiece so adored by critics that it teeters on the brink of absolute perfection. Yet one bold voice dared to label it as overblown. That's the captivating allure of Casablanca, the Humphrey Bogart classic that has captivated audiences for generations. But here's where it gets intriguing. Let's dive into why this film stands out, even amidst a sea of Bogart's stellar works, and explore the tiny crack in its seemingly flawless reputation. Humphrey Bogart, often hailed as one of Hollywood's most iconic stars, possessed an extraordinary talent and magnetic on-screen charisma that made him unforgettable. Over his career, he starred in countless films before his untimely passing at just 57, leaving behind a legacy of timeless movies that revolutionized filmmaking. Among these, one stands out as nearly flawless, according to the popular review aggregator Rotten Tomatoes. For those new to the site, Rotten Tomatoes compiles critic and audience scores to rate movies, with a fresh label indicating positive reviews. Casablanca boasts an impressive 99% fresh score, based on 135 reviews, with only a single dissenting opinion. You can check it out at https://www.rottentomatoes.com/100370 Casablanca. That's right, just one negative take out of over 100. Of course, Casablanca isn't the only Bogart film to earn such high praise. In fact, it's not even his top rated on Rotten Tomatoes. His 1948 Western adventure, The Treasure of the Sierra Madre, holds a perfect 100% score, joining a handful of his other projects in that elite club. Similarly, the 1941 film noir classic The Maltese Falcon, think detective thrillers with shadowy intrigue and moral ambiguity, maintains a 99% rating from 111 reviews. And don't overlook The African Queen, the 1951 romantic adventure that earned Bogart an Academy Award for Best Actor. In that film, he shared the screen with the spirited Katharine Hepburn, battling not just on-screen challenges, but real-life leeches during filming, as detailed in this fascinating article, https://www.slashfilm.com/750293, the classic movie moment that was too real for Humphrey Bogart. It sits at a solid 96% based on 52 reviews. These examples show Bogart's versatility, from gritty noirs to adventurous escapades, but Casablanca holds a special place. Directed by Michael Curtiz, with screenwriters Julius J. Epstein, Philip G. Epstein, and Howard Koch, piecing together a script amid creative chaos. Learn more about that wild process here. https://film.com/723954. The chaotic way Casablanca's script was put together. Casablanca transcends its components to become an enduring gem. It's a poignant refugee tale crafted by individuals who understood displacement firsthand. A heartfelt romance unfolding against the backdrop of wartime turmoil, and a story that has etched itself into our cultural memory in ways that feel almost inevitable. Set during World War II, the film tells of a man, played by Bogart, who unexpectedly reunites with his former love, Ingrid Bergman, prompting them to reflect on the twists of fate that separated them and ponder if they can rekindle their bond. As film critic Roger Ebert eloquently put it in his 1996 4-star review, available at https://www.rogerebert.com/reviews/Casablanca 1942. Seeing the film over and over again, year after year, it plays like a favorite musical album. The more I know it, the more I like it. Ebert also noted that the filmmakers didn't set out to create a masterpiece. It was just another Warner Bros. Production. And this is the part most people miss, its unpretentious charm. Even the famously independent critic Pauline Kael, known for her unique perspectives, praised its special, appealingly schlocky romanticism, suggesting we don't need to take its dramatic plot turns too seriously. From her review in 5001 Nights at the Movies, page 96, https://archive.org/5001 Nights at Movie 000 Kale, page 96. Without historical context, it might come across as theatrical. But remember, it premiered in December 1942, the very month Nazi forces invaded the real Casablanca. That timing adds a layer of raw relevance, making the story resonate on a deeper, more urgent level. Now, about that lone critic on Rotten Tomatoes, Martin Scribbs, who called the movie overblown and apparently wasn't swayed by its central love story. Well, tastes differ, don't they? Scribbs has described himself as a pedant, poet, and sot, a self-deprecating mix of nitpicker, wordsmith, and drinker. So his viewpoint might not represent the masses. But here's where it gets controversial. Is melodrama a weakness or a strength? Some argue that Casablanca's emotional intensity is its superpower, drawing viewers in with its heartfelt passion. Others might see it as dated or exaggerated. What do you think? Does this schlocky romanticism enhance the film's appeal, or does it hold it back? I'd love to hear your take in the comments. Casablanca's status as a cultural icon is firmly established, backed by a wealth of honors that speak to its enduring impact. Beyond its Rotten Tomatoes acclaim, it earned a spot on Roger Ebert's list of all-time great films. Check it out at https://rogereberts.com, rating for 1942, rating filter -1.0, -40, and tied for 63rd place in the 2022 Sight Sound poll, based on votes from 1,639 experts like critics and academics. https://bfi.org/sightandsound/greatest films, alongside heavyweights like The Third Man and Goodfellas. It topped Film's ranking of the 100 best movies ever. See our list at https://12,713/best movies ever made. In his piece for us, critic Whitney Seibold echoed Ebert, describing it as a humble studio product that accidentally became an indelible and timeless classic. He highlighted its beautiful drama, touching romance, bold politics, and memorable characters. Even the song As Time Goes By, composed for the film to mimic an old tune, has become a standard in its own right. While Bogart's filmography offers plenty of gems, Casablanca uniquely embeds itself in our shared imagination. It wasn't just celebrated retrospectively. In 1943, it swept the Oscars for Best Picture, Best Director, and Best Screenplay, outshining competitors like For Whom the Bell Tolls. Its influence extends far and wide, inspiring nods in everything from classic Bugs Bunny cartoons to the quirky 1996 film Barb Wire, starring Pamela Anderson, which bizarrely mirrors its plot, as explored in this fun article. https://film.com/785028. Pam Anderson's Barb Wire is awesome, you all just hate fun. In essence, if you haven't experienced Casablanca yet, treat yourself to this cinematic treasure. It's the start of a wonderful journey with a film that's as rewarding as it is unforgettable. And speaking of differing opinions, do you agree that Casablanca deserves its near-flawless reputation, or do you side with the lone dissenter? Is there a Bogart film you prefer, or perhaps a modern movie that captures similar magic? Share your thoughts below. Let's discuss.